US dollar will remain the dominant currency in world trade for as far as this freak can see. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. They'll kill everybody. They will point the US military machine at anybody, even inward, to maintain that status. It's quite a thing for a central bank to have the world reserve currency. I believe there is a very high probability of something this weekend here. There's just too many signs. It's too quiet right now, too. And I think there's almost something tangible in the air.
The US dollar now accounts for 58% of foreign exchange reserves held by overseas central banks, a record low. Gold, the most ancient widely accepted international currency, has chipped away at some of the dollar's dominance, accounting for 15% of reserves, up from 11% 6 years ago. Gold has seen a 3-day uptrend, but is still below the critical 50-day moving average of $2,030.36. This movement reflects a complex interaction of global economic and geopolitical factors, coupled with changing market sentiments influenced by key economic indicators and monetary policy expectations. Gregory Mannarino, often hailed as the Robin Hood of Wall Street, is a prominent financial analyst known for his insights into finance. As concerns persist about the US dollar, Mannarino mentions the Fed's efforts to safeguard the US dollar's reserve status. He emphasizes the continuous demand generated by a central bank holding the world reserve currency. Federal Reserve Governor Christopher Waller laid out the case for the world's continued reliance on the US dollar and the currency's dominance in international trade on Thursday, a key advantage for the U.S. economy on the global stage. However, Mannarino argues that Middle East conflicts and actions against OPEC aim to protect the U.S. dollar's dominance. He highlights BRICS nations controlling the energy market for a global reserve currency status. Russia, China, and India have ditched the U.S. dollar in 95% of their trade transactions in a sign of growing de-dollarization efforts by the three main members of the BRICS bloc of emerging economies, a report by Watcher.guru website shows. Furthermore, he also predicts a probability of significant events unfolding in the near future. Now, we present the clips of Gregory Mannarino's insights from his recent video. Before we continue to delve into this discussion, please subscribe to our channel and activate the bell icon for timely updates.
The US dollar will not lose its reserve status. Let me go on here. This is Reuters. So Federal Reserve Governor Christopher Waller on Thursday laid out a case for the world's continued reliance on the US dollar and the currency's dominance in international trade. Okay. Recent commentary warning of a possible decline in the status of the US dollar raises concerns about the effects of sanctions against Russia, geopolitical dysfunction, the Chinese who would really like to obviously get the world reserve currency here and have the world more dependent on their currency. Waller said, none of this matters. The US dollar will remain the world reserve currency for as far as he can possibly see. What is he saying? What is he saying here? He's telling you right now that the Federal Reserve will defend the US dollar as the world reserve currency at all costs. They will kill millions. This war is all about that. And you know what's missing from this right here? Well, there's not a mention here other than this freak, again, Waller, pointing his finger directly at Russia and China. What is devoid or not here is the clear and present threat with regard to the BRICS alliance. Now, again, what are we doing? We're attacking OPEC nations who have joined the BRICS. Again, in order for the BRICS nations to solidify their position here and gain a world reserve status currency, they need and they absolutely must corner the energy market. Don't you understand? I hope you do. So you can expect more of this. The Middle East is going to be lit on fire. You can see from orbit before the Federal Reserve is going to allow any nation, especially this BRICS alliance, to threaten, well, they're threatening the US dollar now, but to gain a foothold on the world reserve currency. You get it? That's what this is all about. And we've been talking about this for, I don't know, an entire decade. Tell Greg Mannarino one more time, who is it that protects the petrodollar? Who is it that must defend the oil of OPEC nations regardless as to where their alliance lies? Saudi Arabia, obviously Iran here. Well, it's the U.S. military. They have to defend it. Otherwise, the U.S. dollar as the world reserve, Waller won't tell you this, will just evaporate. You understand? I hope you get that too. So you can expect, again, right out of its mouth, it being Federal Reserve Governor Waller here, creature, telling the world, don't even dream of threatening the US dollar as the world reserve, because we will kill you and everybody else you can dream about and think about. That's what's going on here. But the world, again, is caught up in another fable.
During the interview, Gregory Mannarino noted an increase in gold and silver prices while revealing rising inflation. Gold prices saw a modest increase in gold on Monday, bouncing back from recent lows despite ongoing concerns about persistent U.S. inflation and a hawkish interest rate outlook. After dipping below $2,000 an ounce earlier in February due to higher-than-expected U.S. inflation data, gold has since recovered, yet remains within a narrow trading range of $2,000 to $2,050 an ounce. Moreover, Mannarino highlighted the challenge of interpreting U.S. actions in the ongoing campaign against Iranian proxies. He stated a coalition, excluding BRICS nations, involved in Middle East attacks. The U.S. dollar is digesting some geopolitical news that came out over the weekend and this Monday, with tension being pushed back on high alert on Gaza and the Middle East. Let's get back to the interview.
Gold and silver catching a bid this morning. Nothing major, but higher nonetheless. So that's where we stand with the market. Again, what happened? We got this drop in the market when it was just revealed by, no one saw this coming. It was completely unexpected that inflation continues to rise and the Federal Reserve is going out of its way to create more inflation, just in case you don't know that either. This whole thing has been another lie of the highest possible order. Again, funding for all these wars and everything else that they're going to throw at us here, these debts and deficits, who makes up the difference here? Okay, it just doesn't go away. The Federal Reserve supplies all the cash and it's just added to the debt. You understand? It's an incredible mechanism. People have no idea what's going on. But this mechanism is massively inflationary. Massively inflationary. But again, you're going to be told how great everything is. And everything is unexpected. When things don't go the way that the mainstream propaganda ministry is telling you that they're going to say, oh, this was unexpected. Unexpected. Listen for that word to be used more and more moving forward. Unexpected. Unexpected. Unexpected by who? By who? You and me? I mean, come on. We've been so far ahead of the curve on all of this. It's frankly unbelievable. But why? Because we know who our enemy is and we know what they want. So what do we do about it? We counter-strategize against it, betting against the debt, becoming our own central bank, raising our awareness here. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's very difficult to find out what's going on with regard to the United States and this campaign right now against so-called Iranian proxies or anything else here. The coalition of nations here, again, not one is a BRICS nation here along with the United States attacking targets all over the Middle East here. What we did find out, and I covered this briefly yesterday, is our illustrious creature sitting behind the Resolute desk over there, preparing yet another phase in these attacks on so-called Iranian proxies, and the U.S. Navy looks to be the spearhead here. And so we're going to see where that goes. Again, look, this has all been planned out for quite a long time here between the Pentagon, who's really pulling the strings here. This creature, you think he doesn't even know his own name, regardless of anything else. So it's not him. It's not his by his authority or anything else. Okay, the creature behind the Resolute desk, they have no say so in the damn thing. Neither do we. Okay, this whole thing is just being run by the military-industrial complex, the central banks here who run the entire world, and I think we're pretty much on the same page there too.
The short-term outlook for gold appears bullish, with its value expected to respond to inflation concerns, dollar performance, and Federal Reserve policy decisions. The market will closely monitor key upcoming economic reports and Fed statements, particularly regarding inflation and interest rate policies. How do you envision the implications of the declining dollar's reserve status and the role of precious metals on the broader financial spectrum? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you find this video informative, don't forget to support our channel and turn on notifications to stay informed about our latest videos. See you in the next video.